Hey YouTube, Wes here checking in. Welcome to episode number 3 of Movie Time with Wes. This is the series of shows I do all about collecting home movies and give you some reviews and let you know what my recent pickups were. I got a huge episode here for you today as well. I got a bunch of reviews. I got a ton of thrift store pickups. I got some Criterion sale pickups from Barnes & Noble. As well as some Black Friday pickups. I also did a pretty decent sized haul from the Dollar Tree Black Friday sale that they did. I will put that in a separate video just because this video by itself is going to be pretty long. So stay on the lookout for a Dollar Tree Black Friday video coming soon if you're interested to see what I picked up. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Do some reviews up here right on the top. First one here, we have the Blu-ray Steelbook release for The Fifth Element, classic sci-fi movie here at this point, about 20 years old now. Yeah, it was really fun to see this again. Really nice to watch. I was thinking about getting this on 4K, and I was looking at some reviews, and people were saying the 4K doesn't look real good. And something I noticed on this Blu-ray as well, this movie, when they did this most recent transfer, I guess, they did a ton of sharpening on it. And what happens when you sharpen film grain, it gets sort of this weird sort of texturized look where it looks like ants are crawling all over the surface of things. And yeah, I think this movie was just over sharpened when the transfer was done. So there's probably no real reason to get this on 4K right now because people were complaining about the transfer. But yeah, it was nice to see this on Blu-ray, and it's been a while since I've seen the movie, so it was fun to revisit it. Fun movie. Definitely a sci-fi classic, and yeah, I enjoyed watching this. And yeah, for some reason you haven't seen The Fifth Element before, it's a fun movie. Definitely recommend checking it out. Alright, this next one, this is a pickup as well as a recent watch and review. This is Walt Disney's Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen with Lindsay Lohan in it. Yeah, just a fun sort of Disney teen kind of movie. It was a fun watch, but yeah, definitely not a classic or anything, but it was fun to watch. As I said, that was a thrift store pickup this episode as well as a watch. This next one, I was surprised. I didn't think I was going to like this. Yeah, pretty good movie. It's the movie Forgetting Sarah Marshall with Jason Segel and Kristen Bell. Yeah, fun movie, a funny movie, a really good, makes a really good point, and definitely enjoyed seeing this. This was a recent pickup as well, so a pickup and a review. Definitely recommend checking that one out if you haven't seen it before. It's a pretty good movie. This next one is one that came recommended, a recent movie, a recent release that is the movie Booksmart. Again, I really like this movie. This is sort of a modern coming of age kind of movie. Yeah, these two girls, they're best friends, and it's sort of their senior year, and they're winding down the year and figuring out what they're going to do with their life and where they're going to go to school and all that kind of stuff, and all the things around that sort of end of high school, figuring out what your next step is kind of thing. Yeah, really funny movie. There was several laugh out loud moments on this, and I really enjoyed this movie. So Booksmart, if you haven't seen it, definitely recommend checking that one out. I don't remember if I showed this one in the last. I think I showed this as a pickup before. So, but yeah, I got that and watched it and enjoyed it. And I did show this one last time as a pickup, and I have since watched it and re-experienced the movie Deliverance. Yeah, just love this movie, and it was great to see it again. As I said, I think in the last episode, I hope this movie gets a 4K transfer at some point. I think it would do really well because it does have a nice film grain to it, and I think 4K would really give it a nice, pleasant experience. But for now, this Blu-ray is pretty good and a classic movie. Definitely one of my top 10 movies, and enjoy watching this again. Very good. Jon Voight, Burt Reynolds, Ned Beatty, and Ronnie Cox. Great cast, a great movie, a great story, a great message. Yeah, definitely enjoyed that. This next one was a funny one. Burt Reynolds, A Cop and a Half. This movie was shot in Tampa, Florida, just down the road from us here, a couple hours. And so yeah, it was kind of neat to see the Tampa area in the early 90s when this was filmed. And it was a fun movie. It was, you know, kind of one of those one and done kind of watches, entertaining, a couple of laughs here and there, but nothing great. But yeah, that's Burt Reynolds, Cop and a Half. Watched that one. Watched the new 4K Ultra HD transfer of Scarface, classic Al Pacino, Brian De Palma movie here. Yeah, really nice transfer on this one. I have to agree with the other reviewers who said, yeah, this is definitely worth getting in 4K. Looks great. Definitely, yeah. Really a classic movie. I forgot that this movie is like I think it's over 3 hours long. It's just incredibly long. But a good movie, a good story, and definitely enjoyed watching that. This next one, animated movie. This is the animated movie Hoodwinked. When was this put out? 2006. Yeah, this one just hasn't aged well as far as the animation. It looks like something some kid did on their computer. It's just, it's a good story, but I had trouble staying focused on this, so just kind of a mediocre reaction to this one. But yeah, Hoodwinked. That was also a pickup and a review for this episode. Don't think I've shown that one before. This next one I did show before, but I did get around to watching this. This is the Live at Radio City with Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds. Really enjoyed seeing this. Really nice picture and really high quality sound. You know, this is mixed in surround sound, so sounds amazing. You're right there in the concert. Really enjoyed watching this and listening to it mostly. Yeah, very long concert that they did, and yeah, definitely enjoyed that one. So watched that, enjoyed it. This next one I'd said it was a classic movie that I hadn't seen. Finally got around to seeing it, and that is Good Morning Vietnam, Robin Williams. Yeah, I enjoyed this quite a bit. It was funny. Definitely had a good message to it, and I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. So yeah, I'm glad I finally got to see that. It looks pretty good in this Blu-ray edition. So, Good Morning Vietnam. And then the last one that I have to review, and this was also a recent pickup, and that is the Angelina Jolie and John Malkovich movie Changeling. Yeah, this movie, I think it had a good concept. I think that didn't quite work. I don't know how it could be different, but I just had trouble staying focused on what was happening. Yeah, it's one of those movies that it seems like it sounded better on paper than it actually worked out in actuality. Like I said, it had a good concept, but it just didn't work. So I'm kind of ho-hum on this one, but it was enjoyable to watch, and a nice sort of period piece. It was a nice setting, nice, you know, sort of voyage into that 20s or 30s, whenever this takes place, 28. So you kind of get 1928 LA, which is kind of cool to see. But yeah, overall, not so good. So that was it for the ones I've recently watched. So I'll just share with you my pickups. And as I said, I have a ton of pickups this month. Yeah, I just did a ton of thrifting. And as I said, we got Black Friday and the Criterion sale. So we'll go ahead and get into it. First one I have here on DVD. This is Amanda Bynes with the movie Sydney White. These are just some thrift store finds. So I'll watch that at some point. Jennifer Lopez and Jane Fonda in Monster-in-Law. A Disney movie, Perfect Harmony. I don't think I've seen this one before. So yeah, I look forward to checking that one out. That one's still sealed, even though it was in a thrift store. Another one that's still sealed. The movie Gem and the Holograms. And not something I would normally watch, but you know, in a thrift store for under $1, still sealed. Yeah, I'll grab it. The Pixar movie Inside Out. Looking forward to checking that one out. Something I've been meaning to watch forever, just not gotten around to it. That is the movie Garden State. So I will get to see that at some point. Another sealed Disney movie. This is the Kurt Russell and Fred MacMurray movie, Follow Me Boys. Another sealed one here. Lots of sealed DVDs in thrift stores these days. The movie Fools Rush In, Selma Hayek and Matthew Perry. Another one that's sort of a classic and I have not seen, so see that one. We have Kirsten Dunst in Marie Antoinette. Doing the Marie Antoinette. I think this is a modern take of the Marie Antoinette done by Sofia Coppola. So yeah, not sure what I'm going to get out of that, but we'll see. Here's another Disney one. We have Dick Van Dyke is in this one. Lieutenant Robert Crusoe, USN. And we got a nice 2-disc compilation here of the Benny Hill Show. That was a nice one to find. This next one is another modern movie that was sort of a recommendation from several people here on YouTube, so I'm going to be checking this one out sometime soon, and that is the movie Peanut Butter Falcon with Shia LaBeouf, Dakota Johnson. Yeah, look forward to checking that one out. I might get to that one in the next week or so, just to see it. I know coming up on the end of the year kind of reviews here, so want to get to that one pretty soon. And then these next two, Best Buy had a 2 for $20 4K sale a little bit before Thanksgiving, and I picked up these two movies. We got the Martian, the extended cut. I do have the Martian on Blu-ray, but it's the theatrical cut, so I got this extended cut on 4K. And then I have Murder on the Orient Express. I have not seen this movie before, so it'll be interesting to see this one for the first time and then see the extended cut of The Martian. Since I did read the book and I do know what was left out of the book, it'll be interesting to see if any of those other things are put in here, or if the scenes in here, the extra scenes in here are not out of the book. It'll be kind of interesting to see that. But yeah, 2 for $20 sale from Best Buy. All right, and then we get back to some thrift store finds here. We got a Blu-ray release of The Last Station. This is telling the story of it's got Helen Mirren and Christopher Plummer telling the story of Leo Tolstoy. So yeah, that ought to be an interesting one to watch. Another sealed one here. This is Zion National Parks, just one of those DVDs you would buy if you visited one of the parks. I have not been to Zion National Park, but I found this in a thrift store and thought I would grab it and check it out. And then another copy of the documentary some of my friends made, Vehicular Lunatics. I think I shared these in my introductory video. I picked these. Occasionally I'll find one in a thrift store and I'll grab them, so I have some extras to give out to people. So grab that. And then I got another stack of 5 here that came from, I think these came from a Goodwill. I think they're 5 for $3 at Goodwill. Some of the other stores in town do 5 for $3 as well. We got a sealed copy of The Secret Life of Bees. Queen Latifah, Dakota Fanning, Jennifer Hudson, Alicia Keys, and Sophie Okonedo. Yeah, sort of a fairly recent movie that I never got around to seeing, so I look forward to seeing that one. A still sealed, very old copy of Shaft in Africa. It still has that sort of cardboard, it's in one of those cardboard sleeves with the plastic clips on the end. But yeah, Shaft movie I haven't seen, so we'll get to that one. And since it was Thanksgiving time, I thought I would grab this Martha Stewart's Classic Thanksgiving, so some of her favorite Christmas recipes presented here on a DVD. So maybe we'll try some of those with our family next year. I thought it would be interesting to watch anyway. And the 26th anniversary edition of Steve Martin's movie The Jerk. Yeah, another sort of classic movie that I don't think I've seen this in full. I've seen bits and pieces, but I've never actually sat down and watched that movie. And then one I need to get watched in the next week or so before Christmas time passes us. You'll probably see this after Christmas, but I'm filming this a couple weeks before Christmas. This is Santa Claus 3, another sealed Disney movie. Yeah, definitely never seen this one before. Probably not very good, but we'll check it out. All right, then we got a couple here from Black Friday. I didn't really go out on Black Friday until later on in the evening. Just, we normally go out on Fridays to grocery shop anyway, so just waited and went out Friday night and did our grocery shopping like we normally did. And we normally go to Walmart, so these are all from Walmart's Black Friday sale, and there were still plenty of stuff left, Friday evening to dig through. I wasn't after anything particular, but did find a few things I wanted to check out. First thing I got here is a Blu-ray copy of Zombieland. I think that was like $3.96. Movie I still haven't yet to see, but definitely one I wanted to see, so checking that one out. Might save that one till holiday time or Halloween time next year. And I did get one 4K release. I think this one was $10. This is one I looked at getting when we originally got our 4K TV and 4K player, and I was looking for Dolby Vision discs, and I think this is a Dolby Vision disc. Yes, it is. And I was thinking about getting this one as my sort of demonstration disc, but Earth, One Amazing Day from BBC, 4K HDR, Dolby Vision, so we'll be checking that one out sometime. And then last but not least, I couldn't resist this one. This one was $1.96, I think. Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever. So this is another one I'll need to get in the player in the next week or two during this Christmas season. So that was it for my Black Friday pickups. Not a lot. And then next I'll talk about my Criterion Collection pickups. The Criterion sale at Barnes & Noble. And I went a little bit crazy. Yeah, I had a bunch on my list that I wanted and found most of the things there in the store. There's not a Barnes & Noble in my town. There's a Barnes & Noble in the town that's about 45 minutes south of here. I also went down there one day and did some thrifting and hit up that Barnes & Noble and picked up a few things. The first movie I got, this is the one I had to order from the website that I wanted. This is the movie Salu, or the 120 Days of Sodom. Criterion Collection Blu-ray. These are all Blu-rays. I'm not gonna be buying new DVD Blu-ray or new DVD Criterion movies. I want all Blu-ray. Very controversial movie. I kind of like to collect and watch controversial movies, so I wanted to get that one, so I added that one, or picked that one up, I should say. Again, sticking with the controversial theme, and I had forgotten about this one and saw this one when I was digging through, and it was originally only $25, so it was $12 on the sale. Blue is the warmest color. Yeah, so $12 for a Criterion Blu-ray is a great deal, so glad to pick that up. Got that one. And this movie, even though it's been in the Criterion Collection for a while, they recently did go back and sort of update it, I guess would be the best way to put it. So this is the newest Criterion version of Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing. There's Danny Aiello in it, which, as I'm filming this, he just recently passed away. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen this movie. I think it's been since VHS days is the last time I saw this movie. So, yeah, I've completely forgotten most of it. So, yeah, it's going to be really enjoyment to go through this again. And I think there's a nice book in here and everything. So that was a nice pickup. Picked up the Terrence Malick film Badlands. 1973. I'm kind of hit or miss on Terrence Malick films, but I haven't seen this one before, so I thought I'd give it a try. Here's a neat one I found. This is a movie titled The Weekend by Andrew Hay. This is a gay-themed movie that I had not heard of before, from 2011, so looking forward to checking this one out. Definitely give that a chance. All right, these next three I think were definitely on my wish list. This one is fairly a recent one. I think that Criterion did just this year. The movie Tootsie. Oh no, 2014. Okay. For some reason I thought they'd just put this out this year, but this was done in 2014 on Criterion Collection, number 738. I guess I should give numbers on these. Salo, or the 120 Days of Sodom, is Criterion Collection number 17. Blue is the Warmest Color is $6.95. Do the Right Thing is 97, so yeah, it's been in the Criterion Collection for a while. Badlands is 651. Weekend is 622. And Tootsie is 738, as I said. And then these last two here. This next one was a recommendation on the Criterion Collection channel. I saw this, and the person that was describing it made it sound pretty interesting, and I thought I would give it a try, and that's the movie Close Up by Abbas Kiarostami. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, but yeah, I'm going to check that out from 1990, and that is 519 is the number on that one. And then last but not least, had to get something that was just a stone cold classic, and that is Lord of the Flies. Criterion Collection number 43. So double digit Criterion Collections. So yeah, that was my rather pricey but half price Criterion haul for this year, and that's probably going to be the biggest I'll ever do, just to get the Criterion Collection started, and then in sales to come in the summer sale and next fall sale, I'll get one or two maybe. But yeah, I got a nice collection of those going, and then we'll just finish this up. I got nice another stack of thrift store pickups here. These actually these next ones that I'm about to show you are also from Ocala. Where the Barnes and Nobles is. These are from the Goodwill down there, and they're $2.18 for a DVD down there. So it's kind of frustrating. We get 5 for $3 here in my town, and just a little bit south of me, they're $2.18 a piece. But it is what it is. Yeah. So the first one I got here is another auto enthusiast documentary. This is Mischief 3000, or it's just titled Mischief. I believe this is the first one they put out. I showed several of the sequels to this in my my introductory video. So yeah, this is just early 2000s car culture kind of videos. So fun, crazy, wild stuff. So pick that up. This next one was a cool find. Still sealed, a very special Christmas, the videos. So bunch of music videos for a bunch of the tracks that are on the first couple editions of A Very Special Christmas. So that was a nice find. I find that still sealed. It was pretty cool. Here is the movie Less Than Zero, one I have not seen, even though I have collect vinyl, and I have the soundtrack to this, and I believe I have a 7-inch single to this as well. I think LL Cool J did a song for this movie. Yeah, just never seen it, so when I saw it in the thrift store, I thought, yeah, I better grab this and check it out. Next up, a film by Gus Van Sant. This is titled Elephant. It looks like could be an interesting teenage kind of movie there. And then the movie 13 Days. Grab that. And then a movie with a bunch of people in it: Alec Baldwin, Kieran Culkin, Rory Culkin, Jill Hennessy, Timothy Hutton, Cynthia Nixon, and Emma Roberts in the movie Lime Life, which I have never heard of this movie before. It's kind of one of those indie movies that has a bunch of cameos in it, and yeah, not sure, but I'll check it out. And then these next three are from the Ocala Salvation Army, and they're $1 each. They're much more reasonably priced. First one I got here is the movie Cold Mountain, one I meant to see for a long time now and just never got around to seeing it. So now I have no excuse. Get that one viewed here soon. Here's a really cool one. This is a concert movie. Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble. This is live at Montreux, 1982 and 1985. There's 2 DVDs in here, so you get the 82 set and the 85 set. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. Killer guitarist, and I look forward to seeing that one. And then the movie Moonrise Kingdom. I remember hearing a lot about this one, but just never saw it. So I look forward to seeing that one. And then this last stack here of Blu-rays and DVDs I have for you are from the Ocala Humane Society, which is right next door to the Salvation Army. So if you go to one, you might as well go to the other. The Blu-rays are $2.50 a piece, and the DVDs are $1 a piece. So for Blu-ray, we got Angelina Jolie's Salt. We got Sacha Baron Cohen's Bruno. And a still sealed copy of Blue Crush. And then on the DVDs, we got the Buena Vista Social Club. And then last but not least, we have the Garbage Pail Kids movie. Just something, you know, when I was growing up in the 80s, Garbage Pail Kids were a huge thing. So I had never seen the movie, so I thought, what the heck, I'm gonna check that out. I think it's supposed to be pretty bad. But so yeah, those are my pickups and recently watched movies for the past month or so. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching. As I said, if you're curious about what I picked up at the Dollar Tree Black Friday sale, stay tuned. There's gonna be a video coming of those finds for you real soon. Have a great day, great night, and we'll see you again real soon. And I guess, like I said, we'll see you at the movies. Cheers.